Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to season 2 of What's Poppin'. I'm your host, Max Garcia, and with me today I have Tim Pack, Benjamin Papavici. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, just call him Ben. And then I have my co-host here, would have been my co-host if he was still with me. But
Yes.
the former host of What's Poppin', I have Josh Ho with me today.
Should have been a
Boys.
super senior.
Super
Boys.
senior.
How are we
Shut up.
doing today?
We're doing all
We
right
doing good?
at this great
well,
time
yeah.
of 10:41 p.m.
Yes, happy to be here.
We started late. We started a little late. So, well, what I should start with is what are we discussing today, boys? Does anyone want to bring it up? Ben, Tim?
Well, we're gonna be starting off this year with our podcasts of What's Poppin' with the topic of video games.
Yes. And with the topic of video games, we have a bunch of sections. We want to keep them short and sweet, but I guarantee that's not going to happen.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of games to talk
Yeah,
about.
so to start off with what's pretty much happened in 2020 with video games is we got the future of consoles with me right here. I have a little sheet right here. The release of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. It's kind of divided with pricing, games, and just the general market. What do you guys think about the current releases of these consoles?
Let's start off with what side everybody is going to choose.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll go first. I'm gonna be honest. I like Xbox Series X better than PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah. What about you guys?
Any reason? Any reason?
Like just overall, like the system's just better. Like hardware wise, it just packs more
Yeah,
power.
I respect.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna go with the PS5 because
yes.
there's a lot more like exclusive games for it. Even though I have Xbox now, so I'm gonna lose a lot of money from games because they don't transfer. But when the price goes down back to like retail,
That's gonna take a while
Josh?
when it goes back to
Yes.
retail though.
Yeah, it's true.
It's gonna be a while.
Like they're selling for over 1,000 right now. Like everybody's trying to resell
It's
them.
insane. It's insane. Yeah, I was looking to pick up an Xbox on Black Friday. I've had the Xbox. I had the Xbox One for like 7 years. I've run it into the ground. And the thing is, I play Madden with this dude from like North Carolina, and like
Dude, you can't
we're pretty
lose
tight.
it.
We're pretty tight, so I need to stick with them, see it to the end. And like Ben brings up a good point with the PlayStation exclusives, but like the main reason I would have gone PS4 was for MLB The Show. But rumor
Right.
has it they're gonna move over to Xbox and be both consoles in the future. But yeah, the exclusives obviously like Spider-Man's a big portion for the PS4. I'm PS5 now, but yeah, I'll Xbox just for continuity.
Yeah.
I like both consoles. I actually really like. I'm a big Halo guy. I really like Halo. But that's on PC, and I have a PC. But if we're talking about just these two consoles, I would have to go PlayStation for the sole purpose of God of War and Spider-Man.
True.
Only reason I would even consider going to PlayStation. That's the whole reason I have a PlayStation 4 actually. Is because of Spider-Man and God of War. Well, I haven't played God of War yet. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker, but what I have played through friends and stuff, it's so much fun. It's one of the greatest games of the past generation. And the only downside is that the Xbox has grown on me. Like the design has grown on me a ton. Like when it first came out, I was like, this thing sucks.
Yeah.
But
what is-
now
what
just
is this
looking at
cube?
it- Yeah, now just looking at it, I'm like, man, this is nice. And I really,
I feel like it fits in better.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
to your background, your home living setup.
dude, I dig the controller.
The Series X is just a black cube, a rectangular prism, basically.
Right.
And
Dude, the
PlayStation
PlayStation 5's
5 is-
a router.
it looks like a router, but it's like it's pretty big too. It's not as big as the Series X though. But
I agree.
the Series X is like able to fit in a lot of places, and the PS5 is like, I don't know, it's not as flexible, in my opinion.
Can you put the
Right.
Xbox sideways or
You
no?
can.
No,
Okay.
yes, you can put the Xbox sideways, just like putting it on the side. Dude, with the PlayStation,
You gotta
need,
like
to get this little
unscrew it and
disc.
stuff.
Yeah, dude. Freaking taking the console apart. Yeah, it doesn't. I would just stand mine upright if I had one.
Yeah.
But new to this, not new to this generation, Xbox did it last generation, is the Xbox Series S and the PlayStation 5 All Digital Edition, where there's no console, there's no console, there's no discs involved. There's no discs involved. It's just you just download them off the store. What do you guys think of that?
I think this is basically kind of like the future, don't you guys think?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
discs are just becoming
Yeah.
obsolete. The cloud is just becoming more relevant.
I just like it because, like, when you insert a game normally and you see an update, you're so frustrated.
Yeah, it's
'cause
gonna
now you
take
can't play for, like,
forever.
right.
hours. But
Um,
now, since you got digital edition, it just loads.
That's true.
Josh, what do you think about digital?
Well, if you guys know me, I'm a big proponent of
Yeah,
physical
that's true.
media. Like behind me on my shelf, I got
Right.
like 200 movies up there, and that extends to video games to some extent. My fear with the cloud is just I know technology's been getting better, but obviously you risk the corruption of your
Yeah.
online data, a hack in the cloud.
Exactly.
And I don't know. I like the peace of mind. Like I bought this game, I
Yeah,
have this
I
disc.
got
I'll be able
these.
to
I
wake up
got
in the morning and have it.
these.
Yeah, it's a nice flex, and like you can resell. You can sell it once you're done with it to GameStop, something like that.
This is my view on it. I do have the Xbox One digital edition. I got it on Black Friday last year. It's nice, but the amount of times I've seen an Xbox game on sale, and it's disc, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this for my Xbox, and then I realize, wait a minute, I can't get this. The struggle is waiting for sales for me,
Yeah.
at least, because like there's many sales at stores that are just not online, and you're missing out, and now you have to wait online. Like let's say the new Call of Duty Warzone, not Warzone.
Cold
What's
War.
the new one
Cold
called?
War, yeah.
Cold War. I always forget the names. Let's say Call of Duty Cold War is on sale at Target for $30, and all your friends get it, but you have the digital edition, and it's $60 on the store. You have to wait till the next sale to get it,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
think that's the only
That's
downside.
true.
And now this kind of leans, since we're on the topic of Xbox, this is interesting. Microsoft introduced daily plans or monthly plans, where for the Xbox Series X you can pay $34.99 a month, and for the Series S you can pay $24.99 a month. Now I think these are great for people that don't have enough money to just throw $500, but have money over time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this begs the question: is PlayStation going to do this move later on to boost more sales, or is this just a one and done thing?
I think that PlayStation will maybe follow up and like later, maybe later, but right now they
Yeah.
don't have it. I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere for the Xboxes that with the monthly plans they give you like free games. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they give you Game Pass Ultimate, which is
Oh wait, yeah, they do.
Wow.
That's
think
why
Game Pass
yeah,
is honestly-
Xbox just won me over that. So
Dude, Game Pass has so many great games. You have modern classics to just classics in general. I mean, Banjo
yeah, I'm pretty
Kazooie's
sure.
on
Yeah,
there.
it
I love
offers
that
like
game.
games from the original Xbox up to what we
Yeah.
have now.
Oh, the Master Chief Collection's on there. A game that would be $40 is technically
is it still
$10.
40?
Yes, it's still 40 base price.
It's expensive.
Really? It's been out for so long.
Yeah.
I think Game Pass honestly is the greatest gaming deal you can get on the market right now.
Yeah, that just beats everything. Like PC, it probably beats PC right now as well.
Oh yeah, easy.
Maybe Epic Games is kind of gaining.
Epic Games.
It's kind of gaining on them,
Yeah,
but
they
I
got
think
their
Xbox
they set
is
their
doing better.
they set their mark with the with the GTA 5 being free.
Yeah.
That's when they like put their foot down. Like
That's when
yeah, we're
everybody
gonna-
was like, wait up, we gotta check out
Right.
this Epic Games store.
if
I'm a little mad at Epic Games because the other day my Fortnite account got hacked
Are
by
you
some dude named
serious?
Mohammed. Yeah, so I lost my battle
Oh.
pass, but
no.
that's neither here nor there. Continue.
That's so
I think
bad.
if Sony and Nintendo capitalize on sort of Game Pass, Nintendo's kind of doing it right now with their Nintendo Switch Online service.
It's not
but
that great.
It's just
the games just aren't
classic
good.
games.
Yeah.
These are games that can easily be emulated on a phone.
Hmm.
So you're
Like,
pretty
why
much
pay for
paying
that?
$20. Yeah, you're pretty much paying $20 a year for retro games that you could get for free.
And I also feel like for Nintendo, like the games that they offer aren't as multiplayer based, like massively multiplayer based.
That's true, and their multiplayer servers are not great.
Right. They have to fix their online service. I think Nintendo has really great IPs. I think Nintendo knows how to make games. They don't know how to run a company. But we'll talk about that later because that's a whole other topic. But
Oh yeah.
I think we should dive into something recent that
Yeah.
has been happening right now. Can you guys take a guess on what I'm talking about? It's the talk of the town. It's crushing
GTA
everyone's
6?
hopes and dreams.
GTA 6?
No,
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
I
Just
have
kidding.
something else on mind. You guys seen Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay?
Basically GTA
Oh,
GTA 5.5.
I think Cyberpunk is one of the worst things to happen in recent video game times. I think. Do you guys know Sonic 06?
Yep.
Yeah, that game's better than this,
That game's
from what
Oh
I've seen.
god.
yeah, this game has been in
and-
development for 7 years, and they've been delaying.
And I watched gameplays and things don't even work properly. Like there's no explosion when like something blows up. It's just
Yeah.
silent, and there's so many
Now-
glitches.
Like, it's obvious, and as all games have, this game started off with having a bunch of bugs. But like,
It still has a bunch of bugs.
7 years of development, and they're gonna release it like earlier this year but
October.
yeah, but they were like, oh, we're trying to perfect this game for our audience, and then delayed it anyways, and this is what we get. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Their quality assurance team should be fired on the spot.
Like-
So this is what's bad about it. This game's been
Everybody-
in development for 7 years. Was highly anticipated.
Got
and
Keanu
yet-
Reeves. They had Keanu
Yes.
Reeves.
And yet you can make the argument that, oh, you shouldn't have got your hopes up. First off, 7-year development time, numerous delays, and from a high, like, critically acclaimed studio, your expectations are going to be off the roof. And what they were saying at press conferences, at E3, during presentations, dude, they let everyone down with this unfinished, buggy game. And God forbid you get it on a PS4 or Xbox One.
There's so
your
many
console-
memes. There's so many memes about it.
Your console will break. If you want to put your console out of your misery, just put a disc of Cyberpunk in, and there's its final.
You want a new
firing,
console?
dude.
You want the Xbox Series X?
Seriously, man, dude.
Without
If
telling
you're-
your
even on
parents, just put the
PC.
disc in your game, and your
Oh,
your
yeah.
parents are gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for an upgrade.
Even if you get it on PC, it's so bad.
Yeah, the game
And
is not ready
people-
to be played at all.
People were expecting, and this game had a day one patch. This
It
game had a
did.
day one patch when it first released. It was. Dude,
I'm
just
pretty
thinking
sure
about it now.
it didn't even put a dent in the bugs.
No, I think they're doing a patch next week to fix bugs. But if
Yeah.
you bought this game now, you just wasted your money. You should have waited. I'm
Yeah,
personally gonna
I
wait for this
agree.
game to go on sale
I'm just gonna wait
until
till
I purchase it.
yeah, or until I can like upgrade my gaming system.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just disappointing, and just so much promise, so much was put into this game, and to see it completely go to hell, it's kind of sad
Yeah.
once you think about it. At least to me, I think it's pretty depressing and sad seeing
Yeah,
it
like watching
this
the trailer,
critically.
watching the trailer for this game, like Keanu Reeves being like, "Wake up, samurai, bro." I was so hyped.
Yeah, dude. Wake up, samurai.
And
Like,
then,
that was sick, dude.
and then all these like gameplay on the PS4 and Xbox One, they're so funny. You guys gotta check them out.
Yeah, dude, it's if you do you know they're doing refunds for the game?
Yeah, they're doing refunds right now. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. You can apply for a refund at their website at this link. It's on their Twitter post.
Ben's like,
Yeah, you can go
dude, the game did so bad. You have no idea.
They're losing profit. Marvel's Avengers from this year is better than this game.
Yeah, I
And that's
agree.
really depressing to say.
I was looking at their stocks the other day, and their stocks
Yeah.
just crash. It's like,
So I think now this is more of a just topic in general. That could be multiple games can be thrown in, and that is new game releases and games that have just been steady, like keeping up the pace throughout the course of the year. Games like Warzone, Valorant, Among Us, which
Rainbow Six.
Yeah, Rainbow Six has been coming back
Rainbow
again.
Six has been due to quarantine and so many topics. Like Warzone, for example, it was pretty popular last year. I would say, like, yeah, this is fun. It's gaining traction. It's not dead, but it has its player base.
It started to slow down, and the game
And
started to
then
die
this
out.
year,
And then once Call of Duty Cold War came out, another Black Ops, like finally.
yeah, just
Their previous two
the
Black Ops
game-
weren't as great in my opinion. I would say that the best Call of Duty Black Ops games are 1 and 2, like the ones I showed
Oh, yeah.
earlier. Yeah, 2 is the best. I agree. With them, Treyarch really focusing on the zombies aspect of the game. I thought that was really cool. I think Black Ops 2 really got me to start enjoying the gaming, like online. And Call of Duty Cold War did a really good job, really revamping up the zombie series.
yeah, like changing the pace of everything.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
remember
and-
playing zombies back in the days. Like all the rounds would take forever. It would be so slow. But now it's like a shoot 'em. It's like a kill 'em game.
yeah.
hmm
And something cool about Cold War is that this game is gonna have free content DLCs. That means
And that's always
yeah,
great to hear.
that means once you buy the game,
That's nice.
everything that's gonna be updated, everything added is gonna be free.
Now, I think there's one problem, and this goes for every Call of Duty, like modern one.
Yeah,
Dude, the size of the game.
dude, that's true.
Holy crap.
Something that's like kind of good that I think Treyarch have been on top of it recently. They've made it so that it's optional when you download Call of Duty games for which games you're gonna download. So,
That's great.
So
That's
for
actually
Warzone,
really
you can
good.
choose just Warzone or just campaign or just
Oh, that's
multiplayer.
awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
they've been really on top of that.
Oh, Valorant. This game, man. Riot just keeps.
Yeah,
They just keep changing the game.
I don't remember when it was. I think it was earlier this year, like at the start. They announced that they had a couple games in work in progress.
In development.
In development, yeah.
I remember we were talking about that.
Yeah,
I
so
remember you were really excited.
yeah, and then they were like saying that they're gonna make a shoot 'em game, FPS game. And I was like, Riot Games is gonna make what? That's not gonna be good.
And now look at it.
I've been playing it since beta, and it's a pretty good game. I recommend it to everybody that's a PC gamer, just to try it once. Maybe try it with your friends.
And if you like CS:GO,
It's a lot like that, yeah. It's like
Go-
CS:GO
I-
meets Overwatch, kind of. It sounds
I
crazy,
prefer
but
this.
it's fun.
Now, what do you guys prefer, Valorant or Overwatch? What are you guys thinking?
I like Overwatch because I don't know. It's just a classic game since I've been playing since middle school.
I
Yeah,
respect
it's
that.
just been on market longer, so they're
Josh, what
getting
do you
ready for
think?
Overwatch 2 as well.
I haven't played either. I can't say.
I would have to go. See, I'm mixed. I like the cast of Overwatch a lot. The gameplay is still a ton of fun, but Valorant, man, that game, whew, it's just it's crisp, it's clean.
Yeah,
Like, you know, when you pull off that three kill streak, you're like, oh,
you got that
you know,
adrenaline
like
pumping.
it's just satisfying, is the way to put it. And now, I think Josh, you're gonna love this topic. What game have you been playing a lot over quarantine?
Over quarantine? I mean, when I tell my grandchildren about quarantine and the year that was 2020, the first thing I'll talk about is Animal Crossing.
Yes.
I probably got over 300
Oh
hours on that
my.
game. And the thing is, I haven't touched my Switch since June. That was all from March to June.
So
It took over the world.
It literally did.
Animal Crossing New Horizons, the newest game in the franchise, its debut on the Switch, it was a highly anticipated game when it was first announced back at E3 2019. It was really anticipated. No, it wasn't even announced at E3 2019. It was announced in a 2018 Nintendo Direct in September when Isabelle was announced in Smash Bros. And ever since then, it was a highly anticipated game for the Switch, for the console. It wasn't until when the game came out, it came out at the peak of quarantine. I think if quarantine never happened, if coronavirus it never happened, this game would be booming.
Yeah.
Well, not booming as much as it was. It would still be booming, but not as much as it is now.
I'd say
'Cause this
quarantine.
game-
Yeah, quarantine has made like just video games just do so
Right.
great right now. Like
I
all
think
these
Animal
companies
Crossing was
yeah.
the boost.
I just don't know why Cyberpunk decided to release that among like during this time when everybody's gaming. Like, why would they release that?
Yeah.
Now, Animal Crossing, we all know the franchise. It's been around since the early 2000s. It was debuted on the GameCube in North America. It was originally on the Nintendo 64 in Japan in 1996 and was ported to the GameCube in Japan and in other regions. And it's been one of Nintendo's highest selling IPs ever since. But I never would have thought that Animal Crossing would sell more units than Super Smash Bros.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
didn't I was like, oh, Isabel's in the new Smash. That's cool. But like,
Right.
look at it now. Look who's selling more games.
And I think Animal Crossing is a fantastic game. It's definitely one of the best of 2020.
Yeah, it teaches
one of the
you,
best
like-
2020 has to offer.
It teaches you to like work.
And be
Shake those trees, hit those
Oh
rocks.
yeah.
yeah, for the
Go
three
fishing.
the 300 hours Josh put in, he can definitely vouch for that. Now,
Yeah.
Josh,
Yes.
why were you so intrigued with the game, Josh? Because you're new to the series. I've played a little
Yeah.
bit, but I have a very short attention span. Probably the shortest here. So when going into the game, I couldn't focus. I got on, and the first thing I did was nothing, because I couldn't even figure out what to do, because I just kept spamming through the text. What made you keep going in the game, I should say, for 300 hours?
Okay, see the thing was I'm new to the Animal Crossing franchise. Like, yeah, I didn't even have a Nintendo console since the Wii, so I'd been out of it for a while. But I think the main thing was that, you know, at the beginning of March, it was a really stressful time. There was a lot of uncertainty going on in the world, and I kind of just wanted, like, an escape, you know?
Yeah.
And that's literally what New Horizons is. You're a player, you move to an island, you meet animal friends, and it's just a way to, like, relax and unwind. So I just treated it as a sort of, like, relaxation. And if you're the kind of gamer that wants, like, the high energy, like, constantly moving, stuff like that, that Animal Crossing's not the game for you. But for me, it was just a way to unwind.
Yeah, I felt like it was a very relaxing game, don't you think? Like,
Oh
it
yeah,
just made
definitely.
it just
Definitely.
made perfect sense during this like quarantine. It just felt like a
Now,
getaway,
Oh yeah.
don't you like?
I wanted to ask Ben. I haven't really heard him in a bit. Ben, do you own a Switch? I can't really recall.
Oh, but I could vouch for Animal Crossing New Leaf, the one on the 3DS. That's the one I played a lot. So
Yeah,
I love it.
Animal Crossing is just a good franchise all around. And well, since we're on a topic of Animal Crossing, you know, Nintendo, the publishers of the game, Nintendo doesn't know how to run a company. They are very greedy. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, well, we all know what happened. Nintendo sent a cease and desist to a tournament organizer for the game. Super Smash Bros. Melee came out in 2001 on the GameCube in December in North America, and it's been one of the biggest esports games of all time, even though Nintendo doesn't support it at all. They pretty much said, should I even say that? They pretty much said
Yeah,
to the esports community, you're done. We don't want this. You're using emulated software. We don't like it. You're making money. We're not. Shut it down. And they shut down the biggest Melee tournament, online tournament, I should say.
yeah,
Shut down.
it wasn't even like in person. Like they weren't even breaking any rules. Like Nintendo was basically saying like, "Oh, we're kind of tired of like allowing these to go on. Like they don't even need to do anything."
Do you know why they did it? Nintendo's reasoning?
What was it?
They were
money.
using, not only that, they were using modded software to run the tournament. They were using modded software.
I mean,
And
yeah.
I think that's not a good reasoning. Nintendo uses modded
Like,
content.
it's like logical that it's modded because it's a tournament. Like they probably fixed specific like bugs and stuff too.
Yeah. It's just so controversial why they did it. I don't agree with what
Like
they did.
usually when a game is modded, it's when the game has been like finalized. There's not going to be any more updates for it. So like why not add it to a game when you can?
They are attacking a 20-year-old game.
It's kind
An
of
almost
funny.
20-year-old game that they've shown they don't care for it anymore. They've shown that they don't really support the community. In fact, in EVO of 2014, the biggest gaming tournament in the world, they pulled Melee out in 2014. They said, we don't want this in. And that really showed just like, man, what the hell, guys? And it gets even worse with not only a few days after, they start taking down a bunch of music from franchises like Mario, Zelda, specifically Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Keep in mind, these are three of the most iconic games, if not the most iconic games of all time.
Doesn't this mean like orchestras can't even perform these anymore?
Yes, this means that if you're not Nintendo, if you're not performing for Nintendo, you're gonna get in trouble. This is just absurd. This is a second purge of music they've done. They did one last year in August. That's when like the calm before the storm happened, and now it's just
Yeah, they're super money hungry.
everyone hates Nintendo, but Nintendo can just do one thing and everyone loves it. Just look at the Game Awards last week, literally a week ago. Freaking Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII was announced as a new character. Everyone completely forgot about
That's
what
true.
had
Finally,
happened.
another Final Fantasy player.
Yeah, freaking only 2 songs in the franchise. Gonna finally get more. But once they announced that, everyone just swept it under the rug.
That's true.
Like it's
Like
so
they're good
easy
at
to please.
they're good at pleasing, like giving bits. They're like good at teasing, almost,
Yeah, I agree.
just to mask away like the bigger issues they have.
And now, have you noticed how no one's brought up the
Melee.
taking down of Melee
And the
and
music, yeah.
No one's brought it up. And tomorrow, at the time of recording this podcast, there's going to be a Sephiroth gameplay video. You already know everyone's going to forget about, like, it's just going to be in the ground pretty much when that gets released. But there's so much more we can talk about.
Yeah, like even music, like specifically, that could be its own thing.
Yeah.
We had a whole original just roundup of 2020 in this podcast we were going to do, but we realized how much video games were
Added this
part
year?
of the list.
Yeah, there's just so much going on this year.
A lot.
We're lucky to have a lot more planned, and it's going to be nice to come back and just do more podcasts. And I think everyone knows where I'm going with this. We're nearing the end of the podcast. Actually, we're at the end. This was a great opening to season 2 of What's Poppin', episode 1. The future of consoles, future of video games, and just 2020 roundup. I'd like to thank Josh. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming,
my
man.
buddy.
Special guest.
Thank you for having me.
The former host of
Feels
What's
good.
Poppin'. Tim and Ben always. These two are going to be probably my 2 co-hosts now.
Yeah, we're gonna be here
This is just-
quite often now.
Yeah.
we're all we
and
got
then
now.
Next, just excited for the future is
Yeah.
what's really going to be exciting. But no, that's all. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Sound like your typical YouTuber. Let's hit a like goal. No, I'm kidding. Not going to hit a like goal.
We
But,
appreciate you.
We appreciate you checking us out.
Stay safe
know the
during
boys-
this holiday.
Yes, please stay safe.
Yes.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Maybe we'll get a Christmas podcast.
Maybe we'll get
Don't
Christmas
take-
podcast.
maybe.
Maybe. Take that as a grain of salt. But just thank you for tuning in and have a good night. Merry Christmas. And yeah.